What is up, everybody? This is Running Insane. This is the first time that we're gonna be working on Nimbus and the Super Duper build series. We had this big box of goodies, which is basically fairings. Those fairings are gonna go on here, and the fairings that come off will go into this box, wrap it up, put it somewhere. First, taking out all the pieces out of the box to show you guys all the fairings that we have, show you guys the colorway. And once again, if you don't like the color, don't worry about it, because after a couple of months, once we are kind of sick of this color or the new color, then we'll wrap the bike or wrap the fairings or paint the fairings. We also have Abistan helping us out with this build series, the Super Duper build series. So we're gonna be using the Abistan to prop up the bike, and then that will make it much more easier to actually remove all the fairings, especially the stuff at the bottom. But huge shout out to Akmart for partnering up for this video, because this is going to be pretty amazing. Without any further ado, let's get to unboxing this bad boy. All right, so the first thing that we have stuck to another thing is our seat, so the rear cowl seat. Woo! All right, there you go. This is the first piece that you guys are getting to look at. Hopefully you guys can see it. This is actually matte pearl white, if I got the name right, but you guys can't really see. You have to see it in person. There's all these little dots, and like once it hits like sunlight, you can actually see like a pinkish goldish hue on it. The fender eliminator we couldn't do because it holds our rear camera. I can't put the rear camera on here because it won't stick. Now that we have this matte pearl thing, all we have to do is add that locking stuff you see over there. We're gonna convert it, put it over here, put it onto the bike. This is a flat surface, so we can easily put the rear camera on here and then be able to do the fender eliminator kit. Because I'd rather have rear camera angle than remove the old ugly fender. Oh my God. I seriously can't tell you guys how amazing this pearl finish looks on here. So this is, I believe, gonna be for the other side of the bike. This is where the BMW logo goes. So if you guys can see this little piece right here, it's gonna be for the other side. All right, so this is a piece that will actually replace the piece you guys see back here, right there. So this is gonna be going right there. But this is gonna be the left side of the light. So this is where the small one goes. This is the tank cover. So the piece that's gonna be replacing this blue thing right here. You guys see that? That blue piece right there? This is gonna be replacing that. So the cool thing about this piece is this is the piece you guys are gonna be seeing like crazy because the front camera angle. So I'm guessing this is for the tail section. Not sure exactly where all the pieces will go, but our goal is gonna be to take off a piece and then find the matching piece to it. I seriously can't wait to have all this stuff on the bike. It's gonna be amazing. Oh God, this is amazing. All right, so this is the bottom piece for the other side, not for the side you guys are seeing right now, not this side, but the other side is gonna be the bottom piece. So instead of it being matte black, now we have matte pearl. Next up, we have a side piece. And then this is the matching piece on the other side. So next we have is the right side of the headlight. So this would go something like that right there. This is the other side of the tail. So this will go on the other side of the rear tail section. Next we have a side panel. All right, so we have one bottom part and this is the other one. So this will actually go right under there. So you see those gills right there? Fairings is gonna go under there. So the matte black piece will get replaced by a pearl finished matte white. This is the other side, so this will go on the other side on the near the tail section, not the tail section, near the front center, near the front, not the front center, the front. Tire hugger, I think it's called. I don't know, front fender, I don't know. A nice matte finish. Oh, it's so cool. So this is the part where this is where gonna be in the front headlight area. So basically, you're gonna have one headlight right here, the white one white one here, and the middle is gonna be black. Looks really cool. That's gonna be going under the tail section, so like that. And then you'll have the license plate area and all this stuff over here. Last but not least, we have a full bolt kit. So this is amazing. So this is a side vent. It goes near the tank. I'll show you guys once we're closer to that area. All the links will be in the description below. Make sure to check them out if you want to get custom fairings. Any color basically you want, you just gotta tell them the color, the style, the design, and they can do everything for you. We went with solid because, well, I'll tell you guys that later. I kind of moved all the parts out of the way, moved all the parts to the side. It doesn't look like much when I've actually had everything together, but I don't know why it feels like a lot. I don't know how to explain that feeling. But we have everything laid out here, and then we go back to our beautiful Nimbus, who's never gonna look like this again. Can you believe that this is the bike that's gone against pretty much almost every single supercar, hypercar out there? Like, can you believe this is that bike? This is Nimbus, the bike you see going against Paganis and Regaras and Aventadors and Huracans, all kinds of Ferraris and McLarens. This is that bike. 9,000 miles or 9,000 plus miles of sex tapes. Can't believe it, and she's fully stocked performance-wise. Imagine when we started, well, the build series has started now, so all the stuff we're gonna be doing to this bike, just imagine the potential this bike has. So I know this doesn't do full justice to either of the parts because that one's dirty and that one's also white, but you gotta see it in person so you see how it's shiny and whatnot. This part is all matte, clean, smooth finish. So now to take this off, it's not this easy, but this is how it comes off. And then you have a naked tail. So this is how both of the pieces look. We're gonna be removing this RR plate thingy and putting it right there. That's why you see so many holes. But basically, if you wanna look at the color, you see how dark and glossy this is and how white matte finish this one has. Small little mistake here. As you guys can see, there are all these holes. And then if you look over here, there's tabs or like slots that are open where this thing can fit. So as you guys can kind of see, there's these little notches on here, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 holes. And then 2 other holes on the bottom over here. So for that to slide in, this does not have that. So I'll be contacting the company, letting them know that I got sent probably the wrong part. It is for an S1000, but it doesn't have the notches. But we can still install it. The only thing is that we won't be able to add this part for now, but let's first install everything and then contact the company about this because I would want this to be on there because it's how amazing would that look. Boom. It looks kind of weird because the black RR part's not here, so I'll contact the company about that. I haven't done this yet. It's just, I just put it on there just so you guys can kind of see how it would look. And there's a big color difference right now because my nasty hands were all over this. We got to clean this. All right, so now I'm gonna move to the front of the bike and probably do these panels and the tank cover next. You remove the 2 side panel. So this panel, there's a panel that usually goes here, hooks up to that. And this is the craziest thing. So once I remove this blue thing, so this is how dirty this under the tank is, and this stuff can come off. You see that? So that's crazy how things can like go inside and dirty it up, but look at that. Install the tank cover. It doesn't, I honestly thought the fitment would be a lot more perfect. On this one, it kind of sticks out. As you guys can see, it sticks out. However, on this side, it is super flush. For someone like me who has an OCD about these things, it does get on my nerves, but for now, it's all right. Like this part doesn't really sit all the way. This side is good, but you can kind of see the gap. On this side, you can see it a lot more, so there you go. I tried pushing it down. I've played around with this many times, took it apart, put it back on, but the fitment is just not fully flush on this side. All right, so it's gonna squeak each time I sit on it, which it didn't do that before, but my goal for the tank is to actually get a carbon tank cover for more protection. So this will come off, this will be hidden, this will come off, and then a full tank cover. So not this, but everything under here is gonna have a carbon tank cover. And then another thing that kind of bothers me from the top is that, as you guys can see, it's not flush. I want it to be flush, but it's not, but it's okay because they're not OEM, so I'm trying to show you guys how it would look like if it wasn't OEM. The seat is off. I never put anything in here anyways, but the seat is off. That's another project that we're working on right here. Got this cool little glass table, got to clean it. This is just, I'm not feeling myself, but I really want to finish this bike off and I feel like it deserves that. So we're doing our best to just chug along however we can. Fairings off from both sides. It is what it is. The only part of the fairings that we have on the bike are the headlights, the front fender, the tire hugger thingy. in the tail section as well as the tank section. Besides that, the bike is fully naked. I'm sorry that I don't have that much room to show you guys. I'm working in a very tight space right now. But the fairings are off. That blue thing looks so cool. So right now this is basically almost a Street Fighter in a way. I scuffed up the frame slider right there as I was working the screwdriver. So again, small stuff happens, but I'm trying to look towards a positive. All right, as you guys can see, this is the piece that we're gonna be putting on the bike that came with it. If you guys can look at the structure, the part that I want you to look at is this bottom part. It starts from here, or this is the front. It starts from there and goes all the way and stops right here. Got it? This is the OEM part that I took off the bike. As you guys can see, super duper long, right? Extra holes and stuff like that. Both of them are long. So yeah, apparently the part that we got sent is incorrect. And again, I tell you guys always that I'm gonna be giving you guys my honest reviews on everything. There she is, look at that. So this is Nimbus without any headlights. So if you guys ever wondered how Nimbus will look like without headlights, now you guys know. I think I said the same exact thing when I was doing the R6 and taking off the fairings. But yeah, this project has gone on for too long, so I'm trying to wrap it up as quick as possible. So I'm gonna show you guys highlights. If not, I'll just show you guys the finished product with the Nimbus with the brand new fairings. And lo and behold, this right here is the headlights. So what we're gonna be doing is you have the left side and the right side, so you'll have to go on the opposite side and really unhook all these things. We'll have this right piece and then the left piece, and we'll swap it out with the matte gold ones. So if you guys ever wondered what the double R would look like without any headlights, that's what it would look like. We've completed it, all right? It took me a while. I got a little angry, so the fitment is perfect. Like for the headlights, it is perfect. So now that we have the headlights all assembled, now all we're gonna do is just put it back onto here, which is gonna be pretty simple. Couple of bolts, 1, 2, same on the other side, connect the headlights. But it looks epic, I can't wait. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the headlights on, I'm gonna put the fairings back on, and then I'm gonna check back in with you guys, because I want you guys to see the final piece instead of seeing part by part getting back on the bike. A lot of time has passed, but Nimbus, sorry about the pull, Nimbus is finally complete. The new fairings are on her after I don't know how many months she's been on this beautiful #Abasand. But overall, the fairings are done. It wasn't the best fitment for some parts, like the front headlights and stuff like that. Fairings were perfect. They went on great. Didn't have to push, shove, or anything like that. But a lot of other parts, especially the bottom parts here and this panel right here, had a lot of difficulty putting those on. As you can see, there's a hole here, but there's nothing for that hole to go to. It's not what I expected. I really thought that fairings would be a little bit different. They wouldn't be the same material, like the strength and reliability, but I didn't think fitment would have been this big of an issue. So these bolts all went in super easily when I had the OEM fairings, but with these, it was a pain, and like I had to force it, and I'm not comfortable with this, but I'm gonna let it ride for a bit and see how it goes. Over here we have, you guys probably can't see, but there's a bolt over here. So you guys see there's silver right here. There's supposed to be a silver bolt here, but I can't get it to line up. I've spent a good 45 minutes. I took it off, put it back on, took it off, put it back on. They won't line up like the OEM ones did. Have another bolt right here where there is a screw in the back, a thread for you to put it, but this can't fit because it's hitting the water pump cover or the water pump, and it's not the correct size, so that also doesn't work. So both bottom pieces aren't the correct size, but some holes align, but some of them don't. This one was very tough. I had to force it in, and then now that it's forced in, this doesn't align. And then there's no way I can close this hole, it won't match. So you guys can see that there's a gap right there, and it closes in. I had to force that one in too. And I feel like with your fairings, since you have such limited bolts, you should never have the position of putting them in really tight. Also, I want to mention that this was perfect. This piece aligned perfectly, went perfectly. This one went perfectly. Not perfect, not perfect, not perfect. This one perfectly, but had I think 2 or 1 section inside of it was missing. I think it's this one that shakes or something. This pillion seat was not perfect either. I had to add other holes. That's not how the OEM one was, and the fitment is it's too tight. There's gaps. So if I wash this, I can't have anything in here because it's gonna get wet. That is basically the end of this episode. I really had high hopes for this because I've always wanted to change the color of the RR, but I wanted to keep the OEM fairings OEM and keep them stocked away in that big box you see. That's the reason we have that box. Yeah, I'm not happy, but it is what it is. I'm gonna ride with this for a while. I wanna give it a test of time and see how reliable they are. Even with the tight fitments, how reliable is it? Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. Until next time, this is Riding Insane. I will turn the bike on, but she doesn't turn on either. So you guys can't hear the exhaust, which is still stock. But anyways, until next time, this is Riding Insane. Remember to subscribe only because you love me, because I love you. Peace. I'm out.